If you ever want to love me, I literally have a phone stand. I still do this shit. Yeah, I'd be able to deal with my own stupidity. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm smart. Most of the time, I just do stupid shit because I don't want to think about what the fuck I'm doing. I just start doing stuff. And it definitely takes patience to love me. Like, I don't even fully love me, and I've been me for fucking 26 years. Like, if I don't expect you to fully love me. But I don't want to listen to you always. I don't know. Let me focus on the hot sec. I don't want to listen to every single criticization of me, because you could literally spend your whole entire existence criticizing me for the way that I breathe, the way that my hygiene is, the way that I speak, the way that I think, the way. If you're just going to spend the whole entire time judging me, why would I ever say I love you? Why would I ever want to spend more time with you? I only like being judged for a little bit. Judged well enough to get my fucking money or my awards, and that's about it. Anything else, why the fuck are you judging me? If you're not giving me any fucking money, you're not giving me an award, and you're not throwing me in jail, what the fuck's the point? Exactly! Especially if I'm not even in your life. Like, sheesh! Scroll past! If you don't like me, swipe by! If you don't like me, go by! If you don't like me, you're gonna say it more than that, honestly. That's what I've come to learn about my life. Like, I don't get why, like, even when I don't like things, I don't be like, ew, I don't like you. I more or less mumble underneath my breath. I just keep it to myself because, well, you don't need to know what I'm thinking 24/7. If you didn't know I was thinking 24/7, I'd be dead, and I'm not fucking kidding. I've wanted to kill myself multiple times for thoughts that I've had, because this, like I keep telling you guys, you don't know the full scope, but like for those that know, and for those that don't know, it's just like, well, you're just talking a bunch of shit until I'm not. But back to the point. If you ever want to love me, it's all you gotta do is be consistent with the affection, be consistent with the communication, be clear with the communication, being able to share your feelings. Like, my biggest issue is, aside from being able to tell which ones are my feelings, like, I will literally, how do I explain it? Like, I know I've probably said it in a handful of different ways, but I don't know. A lot of the times I feel like I shouldn't be alive, but to take everything into consideration, existence is the way that it's supposed to be, and those people that do exist for a certain reason. For the fact that I've met people with worse health issues that I've had, and as well as people with I don't think I've met any other, Dougie, but he was an adopted sibling. Well, not necessarily adopted, because when fucking CPS came through and cleared our house, he was, I don't know where the fuck anybody is anymore. But I haven't really met any other heart patients aside from Dougie, to my recollection. Maybe I have. I don't know, I'm seeing like some older white dude, but maybe that was a CSI episode. Could have been a CSI episode. I don't flipping know. To my recollection, aside from Dougie, I don't know any other heart patients, and even him I don't know anymore. But I've definitely seen a lot of other disabled people with far more severe disabilities than me. And I've seen people with less severe disabilities than me, and everything's always going to be of an individuality, how every individual person takes it. And I'm just like, there's love for everyone. I am lovable. Like, I didn't learn all these tricks for nothing, did I? Or maybe I just learned them for myself. Like, I know it's nobody else's job aside from my own to amuse me, so I try my best not to use people in that aspect of amuse me. Now you're not amusing, leave. So shallow. But at the same time, it's all anybody ever brings to me. More or less amusement. And sometimes these feelings I don't want to feel, like, is this real or am I feeling you? Like, I don't feel myself. As I sit here playing with my toes and talking to whoever chooses to view this at whatever point in time of existence that you get the chance to perceive my reality, that's going to be my past, even though it's my present currently, I am just trying to be. And that's all Ohio is going to teach me, is how to be myself, because just say it. You know it. Come on. You know it. Say it, Ethan. Say it. Say it. Say it. There's no love in Ohio. Unless I love myself. And that's fine. The feeling that just washed over me is fucking insane. There's no love in Ohio unless I love myself. There's no love in Ohio unless I love myself. There is no love in Ohio unless I love myself. But at least there's no distractions in Ohio like Michigan. Because the people in Michigan will say they love me, but these cuts and bruises weren't created by me. The time and energy, I helped you build this foundation, but I didn't even get to sign my name like I poured the concrete. A lot of things wouldn't have existed without Ethan. But will they ever admit it? Shit, I'm not even quite sure a lot of things I've created without even knowing I created. Sometimes I'm people's inspiration. Sometimes I'm the reason why people stop doing things. I didn't mean to outshine you when I was doing what the fuck I was doing. I was just trying to figure out how to do things. And I didn't mean to disgust you. I could be a lot weirder, but you guys barely accept the less weird version of me anyway, so that's why I record so much. It's my documentary of my death because nobody else finds me. Well, that's wrong. A lot of people find me interesting, but in like the amusing, hey, King, here's your gesture type of way instead of, oh, where'd you find this? Haiti? What makes this thing so interesting? It's a heart patient? Couldn't tell. Motherfucking biceps, shoulders, abs, and that back. Are you sure it's a heart patient? I never seen a heart patient like that. And he's Asian? Huh. Okay. Why is he paint his nails though? It's kind of weird. Like, does he know he's a dude? Does he know he has a penis? Does he even like women? Huh. Oh, you say he says he paints his nails for psychological reasons to test people and try to figure out if they like him for who he is or if they just like him because he's pretty or because he's buff or because he's basically anybody's slave if they ask nice enough. Nah, not buying it. Motherfucker's gay. He's got to be homosexual. Like, look at his fucking nails. Just, sheesh, who the fuck walks around with fucking colored nails all goddamn time? That nigga got to be gay. Here I am being just ignorant. So what else about him makes him so damn interesting? How many jobs has he had? What has he done? Who has he helped? What does he fucking do to the community? Any fucking nigger can walk up in this room. What makes him such a special nigger aside from him being fucking foreign, having painted nails? Anybody could be foreign, have painted nails. Huh? His community time? Countless of hours? What the fuck do you mean countless of hours? Oh, and he's an orphan? Adopted into a family full of disabled people? One of 11? And he took care of a lot of his siblings, if not all of his siblings, and always went out to fucking trips with his siblings and missed so much school time because of his siblings and still graduated on time? Huh? There's no way in hell. You're bullshitting me. So you're telling me he had one sister that was a quadriplegic, that was bedridden. He would always take her to the hospital appointments, regardless if it was Beaumont, regardless if it was Ann Arbor, regardless if it was Midland. Not all of them, most of them actually. And he was the only one that could make her smile regardless, as well as he was the one that always went to one of his cousins' doctor's appointments, regardless if they're in Ann Arbor. I think all of his appointments were in Ann Arbor, honestly, Eric's. Stone, if you know the last name. Regardless, you don't have to believe any of my fucking stories, but I tell the truth more than I lie. Are you an officer, are you a judge, and are you a lawyer? And either way, I've told the truth enough times. Well, if I'm incriminating myself, who cares? Back to the point. He also gives time and energy to random kids that he's not related to. Is he related to anybody? Oh, no, you said he was an orphan. Huh. So, what does he do? A little bit of everything. What do you mean a little bit of everything? Caretaking? He's done asphalt and seal coating? He's done janitorial work? Huh. Okay, that's not a little bit of everything. Oh, those were just the jobs that he got paid for. As well as he was a chair deliverer. As well as he was a roofer for a little bit. I actually get paid for a roofing job. Motherfucker spelled my last name wrong, still cash a check though. Fuck you, Steve. Not your Steve Gloria, clearly, but the other Steve. I've known many Steves. Back to the point. He's also done electrical work. Didn't get paid for that. Didn't really care for that. Boss wasn't a dick. I just didn't like what I was doing. Shivari chair thing. Not going to say that after saying that part. Because then it's fucking... What's the word I'm looking for? slander, when in personal opinion, slander, I guess, could be slander because of personal. Everybody has different views of people and what your hero, somebody else's villain is what I'm getting at. So I'm not going to fish that line, but essentially what I was going to say would have been considered slandering and defaming. But hey, my personal view of people tends to be more of the realer version. Or maybe it's not, because like I said, everybody has a different view. You know the same person differently than I do. So back to the point. Chair delivery guy. He was also drunk removal guy. He was also caretaker for a countless amount of times, which I've already said. On the books as well as off the books, he helped take care of his mentally and or physically disabled siblings, ranging from fetal alcohol syndrome, Down syndrome, to autism, to quadriplegic, to paraplegic. No, we didn't have any paraplegics. They're either quads or... I don't know what the fuck Deja really had, but like I saw her sitting and rocking on her knees, and the way that like I compared Deja to Skylar's, I questioned if you could get Deja to stand up, because like it seemed like she had leg strength or she could move around in her body, but like her mind was the reason why she was broken. As well as Brian, he was shaken baby syndrome. Like from my understanding, he was born normal, and then his family, familyed him. Not the I love you, you love me. It's who the fuck gave birth to this shit, and why the fuck do we have to love it? Legally, we have to care about you. But I don't follow laws. That's why I'm bouncing your head up. That's why I'm bouncing your head up against walls. Because that's literally how he was made that way. Or at least from the stories I was told. He was shaken and his head was bounced off against the wall, and it made him just like very small. Like he was older than me, but which is the main reason why I don't respect my elders, because a lot of my siblings were older than me. I'm like I said, one of 11, and I was probably about the 8th one in line. So I had no, I had more than like 8, 9, 10. No, because I had more than three of them older than me. I was... How about I just fucking go through the list? There is Daniel, Juan, Drew, Libby, Skylar. If it's correct in order. Skylar. Then there's me. And there's Deja. Then there would have been David. Then there would have been Richard. Then there would have been Abney. Then there would have been Dougie. So, yeah. That's where I stand. I'd have been 6th in line, but like, not, you get what I mean. Either way, there's multiple motherfuckers that would have been older than me, but to look up to them would have been stupid of me. To act like them would have been stupid of me. To be anything like them would have been like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I looked up to my older siblings, and all they do is scream and throw their poop. And also break shit. So why the fuck am I respecting you just because you're older than me? Age ain't never meant shit to me. Well, yes it does, but not in that sense. Not in the sense of, listen to me because I'm older. It's like, oh, you're too young to even think about even talking to. More or less. Not talk to, I meant sleeping with. But essentially, I could talk to anybody, but at the same time, I do believe, without trying to sound creepy and pedophilic, because I would never talk to children for the sake of just trying to talk to children. Like, I'll talk to children if I'm out in the public, but I'm not going to be in a child's DMs is what I'm trying to get at. So, age is important, but it's not always important as in listen to me because I'm older, because older does not necessarily mean wiser, and wiser does not necessarily mean older, from at least my personal experience. Because I've been telling people fucking information, there's like, wow, how old are you? Wow, how old are you? Wow, you're an old soul. No, I'm fucking traumatized. And probably an old soul, I don't fucking know. I learned things the fun way. The fuck these books for? And at the same time, I still didn't learn a lot of things. Like one of my ex's moms defined me as environmentally challenged, and I do believe that. Even though, like, at first I took it as a personal offense because, yeah, it easily offend me, but I'm not always going to be reactive towards it. Even though I'm heavily reactive towards a lot of things, so it's just like, it's a hit or miss. I do a lot of very, very deep internalizing before I show out. So it's just like, yeah, you could probably tell the mood's off, and that's more or less because I'm trying to fucking think and mull over this. Like, how should I feel about things I feel? Because I don't always feel like the first feeling is the right feeling, but it's like my feeling may be right, but my actions aren't always valid. My action typically is to be more or less outraged, and as others would say, over dramatic. I'm like, bitch, this is me. The fuck is over dramatic? Don't call me over dramatic. Okay, that might have been dramatic, but that's at least me being aware of it. I'm like, if I wasn't so aware of myself, maybe I'd have more issues in life. But I've always said if I was less aware, I'd probably be happier too. I don't know, it's like catch-22 to me. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. I don't even know why I originally started this. Yet again, brain fog. So I guess it's just to better grasp my mindset and on to my documentary of my death. I try my best. Oh yeah, it's about love. How to love me? I don't know. But you can't be weak. That's it. That's all I fucking know. I'm not for everybody, but I can be. But only for a small period of time, because eventually I come back. And who am I? I don't know. Seems like the person most people dislike. They love to dislike me. Or at least that's what I'm going to tell you. Like, clearly people are going to have their arguments against or towards why or why not I am telling the truth or telling a lie, but to each his own, correct or incorrect, or we all know the exact same person differently, so for you to be like, oh, I could never imagine so-and-so being rude, well, good for you, I guess. Like, I find it kind of weird when people call me good, and I don't always believe when they call me bad, so it's just like, what am I? Just somebody that's trying to be the best version of themselves, but seem to be too stuck in the fear of what society will do if I become too much of myself, because they've killed you for less, and they'll hang you for even less. I've always felt like if I started to live like I wasn't afraid to die, more bodies would be around. So I live in the fear of rejection, repel. Like how I think, and I know it's not positive, so I keep trying to fucking rewire my brain every fucking day. I will admit, thank you for the idea of the journaling, Shakira, because it has helped. What was I gonna say? I guess another self-deprecating thought. If my own family didn't love me, why would I expect you to? And I've always questioned if I ever met my own parents, would they love me? Could they love me? Would they accept me? Florian has died and Ethan is lost. E is what most people call me, but what do I call myself? I don't know, I just talk to myself a lot. And I'll do it out in public too. Because if you know I'm crazy and you still choose to fuck with me, well, I'm crazy out in the wild. If I got a uniform on, I ain't gonna do nothing too crazy. But if there's no uniform on, so you heard me talk to myself for 5 to 10 minutes and you still decide to try to fuck with me, you better have a gun on you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Either a gun or a fucking knife, or you better be a better fighter than I am. And even though, technically speaking, I don't have a lot of fighting experience, I'm still putting all that money on me. I'm putting 100 on black. I'm kidding. I'm putting 5K on black. Either way, I'm only as dangerous as I want to be, and most of the times I want to be accepted in community, so that means I can't show you my teeth. Unless I'm smiling. If you want to love me, I guess the first step is learning how to listen to me and learning how to communicate with me, as well as willing to say, hey, will you touch me? Because I would love to ask you, but you're a female, and I don't know. Sounds like y'all should be the ones having the power compared to I am the man in the fucking woods and y'all should run away from me. I don't always feel like a man in the woods. Sometimes I just feel like I'm walking. It's cool. I put these headphones on, I wear this hat, and I put these shades on. I move my head like I'm autistic, and I could be, but it doesn't matter. As long as I don't look like a threat, hopefully people don't feel bothered. But most people, I don't fucking know. So, I don't know if I'm a threat to you or if you're a threat to me, but until you touch me, everything is fine. You can say what the fuck you want to. I wear these so nothing gets into my mind. It's me, myself, and I when I'm out in the community and nobody else is around me. But if I'm around people, then I'm only safeguarding. I'm only protecting. I'm only making sure they're safe. I don't even give a fuck about me. I only wake up because my body wills me to. This is not love. This is not choice. This is fucking agony. And every time I try to love somebody, I realize I should just focus on me. Or just learn to love platonically with no romantic connections, because how dare I accept everybody to be a romantic lover of mine? But I don't. Just the ones that I love romantically, or want to, or fantasize to. It's just... Maybe one of these days I'll learn to speak clearer for people. Or maybe they hear exactly what I'm saying and choose to ignore it because, well, say it with your chest, motherfucker. Ethan, I love you! Ethan, I love you. Ethan, I love you. Ethan, I love you. Or should I say Florian? I don't fucking know. Because I don't even know what name I go by inside my own head. Because honestly, most people even call me E, even though my name's Ethan. Or they just start talking to me and just make eye contact. Florian, I love you. Florian, I love you. Ethan is lost and E is bored. I don't know what else to do but just be. I don't know who will, if anyone will love me, as long as I feel that I love me. The community could still hang me, still shoot me. It's always three, fuck the two. I need one chance to fall in love with myself. And it's the first time I get the time to. So thank you, thank you. Thank you for the escape. Thank you for showing me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, even though I'm in pain. But if I wasn't in pain, I wouldn't feel like I had lived. Or I am alive. And when I'm not in pain, I cause myself pain just so I can feel something, so... It is what it is. Just a vicious cycle of being myself. And like I've said before, and I'll probably say again, no matter what you do to me, I've probably been worse. I fall in love with people that don't even think of me twice. I help people that have tried to drown me. I've been there for people that don't even know where I exist. I've done so much, but I don't ever feel like I've done enough. Community is a big thing for me, but I still don't know what a healthy community looks like. This one is 100% healthier than the one in Michigan, but there's always a but. Honestly, the butt's on my side. I'm being the ass. I'm stinking it up. I don't know. It's my imagination that always gets in the way. It's not necessarily my heart. And I will say, at least, like, because this is what I told this girl before I left the state. If she don't make me feel like Katie, I'm going to want to come back. If she don't make me feel like Katie, she makes me feel something different. And, like, both of them stimulate me in two different ways, but I still feel like both of them are playing games. Well, clearly, no. The first one's not. Shakira's not playing games. She outrightly doesn't love me. Like, she has somebody else on her heart, and that's fine with me. That's always going to be the case. It seems like when I love them, they don't love me, and when they love me, I don't love them, but I don't think she ever loved me in the way that I love her. So it's just like, well, the more that I'm around her, the more I realize I don't ever meet her standards, and I don't think I'll ever will. So just accept the fact that it's all I'll ever be is her friend, and maybe the godfather to her son. I say that maybe because I don't remember what my importance is in everybody or anybody's life. Like, some people love me, but my memory's horrible. You gotta remind me. Even I don't remember if I love me or not. I just keep fucking waking up and doing shit. And so long as I am free to walk this earth, I try to help. But who am I helping? How am I helping? I don't fucking know. Maybe one day I will know all the answers to these videos. And maybe one day I'll speak to you guys with somebody that loves me the way I accept, and I love them the way that they accept. Or maybe I'll forever just be talking to myself and you guys will hear other voices, but who do they belong to? Clearly, the respective owner. And they're just sharing time with me. Nobody is mine, my body is mine, and that's not even always true. So thank you for all those that were kind and pleasant to me to share the time that I don't always need to have the kindest times with, but it always seems like heaven with some and hell with others. No matter what we do, I could be being chased by the cops with you and still be like, ooh. While others, I don't even want to slow down just to tie my shoe because, ugh, gonna fucking rag me so fucking much. I had to tie my shoe. It's not my fault I tight enough. Typically I tie it too tight. That's why I gotta loosen it up. And now it's fucking loose, so now I gotta tie it back up. I don't get it. It's a mess being me, so once you get used to my craziness, maybe you can love me. But first accepting that I am crazy and I'm not just acting. Because people think I'm acting, but it's like, no, I'm acting when I'm acting, but when I'm not acting, I'm not acting. So I could tell you, but doesn't mean you're gonna fucking believe it. We all know the exact same person in different ways. So for those that know me personally, know that this is me. And for those that don't know me personally, you think I'm fucking acting. And well, I already fucking told you. I'm only acting when I'm acting. I'm acting when I'm not. So, friendly reminder, Ethan, Florian, and E. And all the other voices stuck in my goddamn head. The only person that can love you is you. And the only person you should love is you. But if you can love other people, love them. So long as they love you, but realize there's platonic and romantic, and just because they love you platonically, it doesn't mean they'll love you romantically. And just because they show the signs of love, it doesn't mean it's true. Manipulation is a ploy in this existence, and a lot of things are psychological. So long as you stay strong in your head and in your will, and so long as you do not stick to whatever the things that they say or whether the gifts they may give, there's nothing free in life. So know that if you don't love you, they won't love you. And if you love you, it doesn't even matter if they love you. You just need to love you. You hear that? You just need to love you! So why don't you get through your thick skull, motherfucker? You just need to love you! And maybe if I say it enough, I'll fucking remember it. So right now, I got a minute left on my timer for fucking laundry. This video is about 27 minutes long. I expect the laundry to take about 30 minutes, so I just about used all my laundry time. Thank you for listening to my madness. I'm sorry if I fucking obliterated your ears, but hey, if you love me, you love me, and if you don't, that's fine too. You need to love you as well as I need to love me. Nobody else needs to give a fuck about you aside from yourself. But realize, some people will weaponize actions, words, gifts, just so they can keep you. I'm glad not to have those around me. They genuinely do love me, but it's not the way that I want it. But I'm still willing to accept it because platonic love is still better than no love. I want romantic love, but maybe I just need to romance myself instead of trying to romance all these other people. I've never tried that before. So let me try dating myself before I try dating someone else.